Please welcome Dieter Zetsche, Chairman of the Board of Management of Daimler AG and Head of Mercedes-Benz Cars.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to Mercedes-Benz and Smart. In the video, you could see that Daimler is changing in many areas. In contrast, the IAA is something that is pleasantly constant. Already 120 years ago, at the very first IAA, Daimler was present here in the festival hall. So it's not surprising that for us this place almost feels a bit like our living room. And this year we would like to create an atmosphere that is a little as cozy as in a real living room. Well, that's better. But what even more important is that this year the Mercedes stage is not just a stage exclusively for Mercedes anymore. After all, a living room would be dull and empty without inspiring guests. This is why as of Friday this week, the most important automotive fair will take place together with the most important digital convention. Together with the organizers of the South by Southwestern Convention in Austin, we will organize the ME Convention. To this end, we have invited unconventional thinkers, pioneers and experts of all trades to join us in the Festhalle to discuss together with us the big topics of the future. And there is a lot to say on the future of cars. We at Mercedes have big plans. By the year 2022, we will electrify the entire Mercedes portfolio. This means that in every Mercedes model series, we are going to offer our customers at least one electrified alternative, from compact cars to large SUVs. Our plans include more than 50 electrified vehicle variants. In the case of the Smart, we'll even go beyond that. We are planning to switch our Smart brand completely to electric drives in Europe and North America by the year 2020. This will make Smart the first combustion brand to be completely switched to pure electric drives. And after Europe and North America, the rest of the world will follow. All of this goes to show that the inventor of the automobile is reinventing himself, and we are doing this coming from a strong position. In terms of sales, we just celebrated the 54th record month in a row in August. At the same time, a return of sales of 10.2% in the second quarter indicates that our growth continues to be profitable. And this is the basis for future massive investments. Since 2014 alone, our R&D expenses have grown by 65% since 2014 to 6.6 billion euros. A central pillar of this success is the S-Class. In 2016, the S-Class was once more the best-selling luxury saloon worldwide. To make sure that this won't change in 2017 and beyond, we have made considerable improvements in all areas. Today, we will introduce 3 new S-Class variants to you. The first will seem familiar to you as far as the exterior is concerned, but in this case it is not about what you can see, but about what you can hear. We will now get to the most silent and most efficient way of driving an S-Class, and this in turn goes along with the most emotional way of driving an S-Class. Coming up is our new Mercedes S-Class plug-in hybrid generation, together with the new S-Class Coupe and the new S-Class convertible. Ladies and gentlemen, the S560e is the new flagship in our plug-in hybrid portfolio. For this reason, it is the first standard vehicle made by us that is given the EQ Power label. Thanks to the newest generation of batteries from our own plant in Saxony, we have been able to increase its electric range to up to 50 kilometers. It is particularly this vehicle that emphasizes that at Mercedes, the transformation towards emission-free driving already began long ago. This is important to me, as trust has doubtless been lost in the public discussion over the last few months. Trust in the power of innovation and sustainability of the German automotive industry. And believe me when I'm saying that I do regret this very much. Now it is up to us to prove that we are part of the solution. And this is what we are. Hybrid cars, for instance, have been part and parcel of our strategy for years. Fully electric cars are, of course, another important part. Hubert Tustroska and Ella Kellenis are going to tell us more about this later. And the third and still important part of our future strategy are efficient combustion engines and particularly diesel engines. Banning one of these technologies overnight would be a blow to climate policy from today's perspective. We need all three types of drives in order to achieve a noticeable improvement of the air quality in our cities in the short and medium term and to be continuously able to offer our customers the kind of individual mobility they desire. Irrespective of the engine technology under the bonnet, you can see very nicely how it was possible to make the best car of the world even more exciting. You don't need to add anything, you just leave something out, 2 doors and a roof, for instance. Efficiency and emotions are, as a matter of course, not enough for the Mercedes S-Class. This is why these 3 new members of the S-Class family are amongst the most intelligent of all times. With their advanced driver assist systems, they come closer to autonomous driving than ever before. Thanks to the additional usage of high-definition maps, they will help the driver to anticipate even much better what might be ahead of them when driving on the motorway or on country roads. However, the supreme discipline for autonomous driving still is urban traffic. For this reason, we are going to start our project Intelligent World Drive tomorrow. Starting in Frankfurt, we will send a test vehicle based on the new S-Class on a journey all around the world. On 5 continents, the test car will be faced with complex traffic situations and gain valuable experience. By the example of a Smart, we'll show you how a completely Level 5 autonomous urban car of the future could look.
Sorry, I'm in a rush. I'm heading to a concert.
That's nice, hon. Do you have a ride?
Yeah, car sharing with a Smart.
When I was your age, we were always fighting over who had to be the driver. Nowadays, the Smart doesn't even have a steering wheel, does it?
No steering wheels, no pedals. So much easier in the city. Oh, I've just spotted a car with my profile. It'll be here in a second.
I hope it's fully charged.
Yeah, it does that on its own, too.
Okay, I'll let you go then. Have a great time, hon.
Thanks. I'll call you later. Have you seen that car? Have you seen it move? It's driving on its own. It's amazing. It's got eyes dressed as headlights. Keeps them on the road. Rolling on a mission. Anywhere you want to go, any place you want to be, no matter where. It's gonna take there. It's gonna take there. You'll see. Everything is possible with a car that drives itself. That is just incredible. It's a car that's always there. It's a car that's always there.
There are so many Smarts around. What's going on?
They always know when people need a ride.
You know, a few years ago, this would have been one giant traffic jam.
And a nightmare trying to find a parking space. Funny, today we've got more space and less traffic because the cars are always on the move.
Well, I'm on the move to get a burger right now. Do you think one of the cars can tell if I'm hungry?
I know I'll be there pretty soon. I know I'll make it there in time. They're everywhere. Just gotta join the ride. Just gotta join the ride. Wanna go from A to B? It's as easy as can be. I'll simply share. Because it's made for two. Because it's made for you and me. Everything is possible with a car that drives itself. That's just incredible. It's a car that's always there. It's a car that's always there.
Who's that girl in the car with David?
I think they just met. He wanted a Smart to go to the concert. And you know, when two people are going in the same direction, the car suggests you share a ride.
And then you argue about what music to listen to all the way.
Actually, the car matches your profiles and checks out what you both like. It works really well. The other day, the dude and I played this awesome new video game. You should try it.
Hey, hello. What's up? Let's go.
Nice to meet you. Let's hit the road. So much in common. Interesting likes.
Cruising under the city lights. We'd still be driving around alone if the smart car hadn't known.
You and me, the perfect match.
Thank you, smart car. You're such a friend. It's clever, it's tiny, it's ever so shiny. It's magic, it's smart, it's state of the art. It's moving, it's rolling wherever you're going. It's magic, it's smart, it's state of the art. Independent, simply splendid, intelligent, connected. Can't you see? Can't you see? Can't you see? It's the smart. Can't you see? Can't you see? Automatic, systematic. Can't you see? Can't you see? Can't you see? Can't you see? It's the smart.
Please welcome Britta Zega, member of the Board of Management of Daimler AG, responsible for Mercedes-Benz cars marketing and sales.
Ladies and gentlemen, no worries, I'm not going to sing. But our Smart Vision EQ42 does get me into a good mood indeed. Smart has always been our brand for tomorrow's urban mobility. But never before have we implemented our approach so consistently as with this concept car. It is the perfect embodiment of our case strategy, and the combination of connectivity, autonomous driving, flexible use and electric drive is up to much more than the sum of its parts. And if you watched our sign language interpreter somewhat more closely, you may have noticed that the sign for car is no longer fit to describe such a vehicle, which goes to show that we are developing a brand new mobility concept without steering wheels or pedals, but with a strong focus on our customers' needs instead. This approach offers the user three major benefits. First, comfort. An unprecedented level of comfort is achieved thanks to fully automated driving, for example. It enables us to make a car ideally suited for carpooling and ride-sharing. Even now, Car2Go makes us the most successful provider in this field. We have about 2.7 million customers worldwide with a markedly upward trend. In the future, I won't have to go looking for the nearest unoccupied car. It'll find me, and then it'll come up to me autonomously, and it'll take me autonomously to wherever I want to go. And as big data allows us to predict demand, it'll be here in no time at all. The vehicle will be controlled exclusively by smartphone. The intelligent door design makes getting in as easy as can be. The interior offers a particularly generous sense of space. The relation between the interior and exterior lengths is unique. Incidentally, our concept offers more comfort for all city dwellers too, because the car drives electrically and therefore quietly. And it uncrowds traffic and parking areas because it will be constantly on the move in the future, ensuring that the same number of cars can transport about twice as many people as before. In sum total, this means that there will be fewer cars around and there will be more free space in the city, which does not imply, however, that I have to do without a safe haven in the asphalt jungle. This is the second big advantage of our concept car. It is highly customizable. The settings on the external displays will tell me which car is going to pick me up. On unoccupied vehicles, it will display information about events or the weather forecast. And inside, the car welcomes me with my personalized profile. I can use the vehicle alone or with a fellow traveler or simply as a means of transport. At night, the smart fleet could provide delivery services, for example. Altogether, this means that even when using a pool car or sharing a ride, I can sit in a very personalized car. Which brings me to the third advantage. Our concept is highly communicative. This applies, for instance, to the communication between the car and its environment. One example. The intelligent intercommunication with the infrastructure will inform the driver behind me about the status of the traffic lights behind the next bend. Are the traffic lights red or green? At the same time, the Vision EQ for 2 enhances the communication between humans. Upon request, the car will inform me about potential fellow travelers who wish to go the same way. When traveling together, the car's infotainment system can inform me about interests that we have in common. Hubertus Troska and I, for example, share an interest in Asian food, for example. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we'd like to add a new dimension of mobility to the city of the future. Comfortable, personalized, communicative, and very, very winsome. Once the necessary smart infrastructure is in place, such concepts will come within easy reach. Hubertus, tell me, do you think such a concept would also work well in China and the megacities there?
I'm absolutely sure of it. Today in China, a country with already more than 100 megacities, urbanization and shared economy play a crucial role. Furthermore, the kind of e-mobility as we pursue it with EQ is of course of paramount importance in China too.
And there is no one better informed than you to discuss our global EQ approach. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Britta. Ladies and gentlemen, you've just heard it. Electrification is a central pillar of our strategy. Therefore, we are looking at this from a holistic perspective. This also means that with EQ, we are pursuing a global approach. Our EQ vehicles will be produced on 4 continents within our global production network. China is a good example. Years ago, it was there that we opened our first plant for passenger car engines outside of Germany, and it will be there that we are going to start our first battery production abroad. Together with our partner, BAIC, we are going to start with a local production of EQ vehicles before 2020. Furthermore, our holistic approach to EQ involves the introduction of electric vehicles in all segments. Dieter mentioned it. Up until 2022, we will launch more than 10 purely electric cars. Today, we would like to show you what e-mobility might look like for our compact vehicles. After all, they are important success drivers for us. On a global scale, many new customers have come to Mercedes-Benz through this vehicle segment. In Europe, the current A-Class has a conquest rate of around 70%. In the USA, more than 50% of the CLA owners drive a Mercedes car for the first time. And China is our largest market for the GLA, that we have been producing there also locally since 2015. We are confident that the global success of our compact cars will continue. This is why we will expand the family of compact cars from 5 to 8 models. And this does not even include our electric compact vehicles. How truly fascinating a compact car can be, we would like to show you now with the concept EQA. My thanks to the band Die Ströme for their electronic sound performance fitting for a great electric car. This purely electric concept car is not just beautiful, it is modern and flexible in every possible way. The virtual grille, for instance, changes its visual appearance in line with the selected driving program. The light technology is also very advanced. The helical laser fibers illuminate the road exceptionally evenly. The black panels all around the vehicle have embedded LED strips that greet the driver with a welcome light. The flexibility of the concept EQA is also conveyed by the scalable battery components. They enable customers to select exactly the performance and range they desire. The drive system consists of 2 electric motors, one on each axle, with a maximum of 270 HP and a torque of up to 500 Newton meters. This makes for a great deal of driving pleasure. With the highest battery capacity, the range amounts to up to 400 kilometers. Moreover, the concept EQA offers flexible charging options. Whether you prefer sockets, a wall box or induction, everything is possible. And at a quick charging station, the vehicle takes less than 10 minutes minutes to be ready again for a range of 100 kilometers. By the way, our Mercedes Me service will enable our customers to easily recharge and pay for electricity at public charging stations. On the bottom line, I am convinced that the concept EQA increases the joyful anticipation of our electric vehicles all around the world. Ola, you and your team are working on EQ full steam. What do you answer when asked when will be the EQ kickoff? Then I'd say we are right in the middle of it, and not just with a concept vehicle such as the EQA. Well, we'll certainly want to hear more about it. The stage is yours, Ola. Thank you, Hubertus. Ladies and gentlemen, flexibility and electrification. These are, in a nutshell, our goals in the drive area. The result of this is that from now on, every new Mercedes-Benz model will contribute to our EQ strategy. This starts with the combustion engine. As the only manufacturer, we are offering 48-volt technology together with an integrated starter generator. With this, our new 6-cylinder combustion model can recuperate, coast and boost. In the past, this was only possible for high-volt hybrids. What can we achieve with this consistent electrification? Considerable better performance with considerably less consumption. Before the end of this year, we will offer the 48-volt technology also for our new 4-cylinder petrol engine. We will initiate the next phase with a new generation of our plug-in hybrids. Soon, for the first time, also as a diesel version. And next year, we will introduce the EQC, our first EQ standard model that is purely battery-powered. So you see that we are developing tailor-made electrification for various requirements. To this end, we are specifically optimizing our e-mobility kit. This also includes the fuel cell. It offers additional possibilities, particularly for buses and other large commercial vehicles. We are now going to show you how a perfect fuel cell car can look. Coming up is the Mercedes-Benz GLC F-Cell. Ladies and gentlemen, the advantage of the fuel cell are compelling. Long ranges, short recharging times, and the byproduct is water instead of exhaust fumes. For us, one thing is clear. This technology has a future, wherever the appropriate infrastructure is in place. In comparison with the predecessor technology, our new fuel cell module is considerably smaller and still more powerful. And what's more, with this pre-series model, we are showing you the first fuel cell plug-in hybrid in the world. With hydrogen alone, the vehicle can cover a distance of way more than 400 kilometers, and in addition to that, the battery achieves an extra range of about 50 kilometers. The GLCF cell demonstrates that the combination of battery and fuel cell is suitable for daily use. Now, let's get to another topic. Our next EQ model is excellently suited for a somewhat different kind of daily use. The first Formula One car with road approval. Don't be afraid, it's not this one. This miniature car usually sits in my office. It reminds me of a phase in my life when I learned about the absolute will to achieve the best possible performance. My time at Mercedes AMG high performance powertrains in Brixworth. Back then, Lewis Hamilton's first championship title in 2008 demonstrated how damn good this team is. Our ultimate goal is always victory. This motto has never changed since then. Quite the contrary. In the last 3 years, Mercedes got 3 world champion titles in a row. In other words, our AMG team in Affalterbach, our Formula One colleagues in Brackley and the team in Brixworth are the best performance specialists in the world. This wealth of experience has been employed in the development of our new hypercar, and the technical details alone will probably make many of you itch to try it out. The 1.6-litre V6 turbo has been taken over directly from Formula One. The 2 electric motors on the turbocharger and crankshaft also stem from our racing engines. The front axle features 2 additional electric motors. The keywords here are variable all-wheel drive and torque vectoring. The battery capacity has been considerably increased. With electric power alone, our top athlete can cover up to 25 kilometers. In summary, at this stage, EQ power turns into superpower. We call it EQ Power Plus. What does this feel like? Like leaping into hyperspace. Just some figures to top this off. The engine manages up to 11,000 revs. The system output amounts to more than 1,000 HP. The top speed lies beyond 350 kilometers per hour. This is the ultimate driving machine, and of course the perfect gift for AMG's 50th anniversary. And there is the whole package that fits. There is not a single design detail without a function. This is what the future of driving performance looks like at AMG. Ladies and gentlemen, see for yourselves.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Amazing. Amazing. How does it feel? How does it feel to have a Formula One car on public roads?
It's incredible. Firstly, so happy to be here to be a part of Mercedes. The journey, I've been with Mercedes since I was 13, so I'm 32 today. It's been a long, long partnership, and to see this come to a realization. You know, I've been talking to Mercedes for ages about doing a hypercar, a real top-of-the-line hypercar, and bringing some of the F1 technology, and finally, you've done it. So I applaud you, Dieter, for doing it, and to see that this has the engine that I won the 2015 World Championship in. So it feels like it's a bit like my baby as well. So
it is for sure. Now everything's about timing. How did you make that? Monza 1 week before Frankfurt Auto Show, and you are on top again.
Yeah, well, it's been, so I'm filming at the same time, Dieter, so.
Okay. I have to get used to that.
It's been a long year, and a lot of work. There's over 1,000 people in our team, so to prepare every week in, weekend out, and fight the Ferraris, who have been obviously very competitive through the year, has been a massive challenge. So to finally go to the last 2 races in Spa and in Monza and overhaul them and now be in the lead of both the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship, super exciting. We still have 7 races to go, so still a long way, but I think we can, we're going to work as hard as we can. This weekend will be tough.
For sure, Singapore, that's clear. But I think that's what we were hoping for, that Ferrari would kick in and make it really exciting. That's where we are now, and we are extremely proud of you. Thanks a lot, Luis.
Thank you,
okay?
Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, never before has racetrack technology been taken to the road more directly. Never before has a show car by AMG been so close to the Formula One champions, today even in a twofold sense. At long last, we wanted to extend the Sunday of racing to last the entire week. The development goal for our first hypercar was clear. We want to achieve the perfect interplay of all components for ultimate racetrack performance. Such a car too has its place in our portfolio, because Mercedes and Smart have a suitable solution for almost every mobility requirement. And our investment in the startup company behind the Volocopter goes to show that from our point of view, the mobility of the future might also happen in the third dimension. For more details about the AMG Project One and all other vehicles presented today, please join us for the Meet the Expert session tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. Well, unfortunately, we don't have any robo-taxis, but maybe this is coming up in the future. Now, looking around, I must say that our living room rather looks like a motor show. This is the EQA we wanted to show you. Let's see what the small one has to say. It's waving from back there. There you go. There you go. There it is. And we would be poor hosts indeed if we hadn't prepared a little extra for later. To get you in the mood for the Me convention that will start on Friday, it is our pleasure to invite you for a drink of your choice this afternoon as of 4 p.m. I look forward to seeing you there. Enjoy your first day at the IAA. I wish you the best of success. Thank you ever so much.